Hi. So a lot of you don't know me because this is my first video and nobody here actually knows me. But welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been wanting to make one for a while, just like everybody else who starts on their first video. But unlike everyone else, my first video is not going to be an introduction about me. I'm gonna go on to my college campus today. I've been in 4 or 5 months now because quarantine and corona and everything else. So yeah, it should be cool. You know, maybe. I don't think there's gonna be anyone there. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be there, but we'll see. All right, so the first stop is outside of Starbucks, where I used to go every single day because I don't like working in my own room, apparently. And so I have to go somewhere, and Starbucks was here, and it's within walking distance. I actually live down that street. I was gonna record on the way here, but my worst fear was realized, and somebody else was on the sidewalk, and I couldn't let people know that I was recording myself. So yeah, I waited till I got here. So Starbucks, yeah. And here we are in the architecture courtyard. It's out of, there we go, yeah. And now I'm out of focus, okay. I went to the University of Texas at Arlington. We are known for our squirrel population. It won't zoom because I'm on the front camera, but you can see them. Yeah, so I went here for 4 years to get a degree, and now I'm looking for a job, and hopefully that goes well, but we'll see because nothing's happened yet. And I used to come here and study sometimes because they have outlets over here by these tables. So it's kind of cool because you can study outside. Apparently the architecture building, the students that worked here, lived here, studied here, wanted to create some kind of space where students could come and be unperturbed by all of the traffic that is located there and back there and over there, basically everywhere. Hey, what are you doing? So yeah, kind of a cool place to study. And let's keep going. All right, so I was gonna film in there. I was gonna film in there. Yeah, but the doors won't open because it's not school time and quarantine. But this is the Fine Arts building. It is split into 3 sections. You have one big section that is for art. You have another big section on the other side that's for music, and then you have this tiny little sliver down the middle of it that's the communication part of the building, which is where I used to go to school. And now we will go to East Campus, and I'll show you some more buildings over there because there's a little more to see over there. I'm shaking because I'm holding you with one hand. I didn't come prepared for this. I'm just doing this on the front selfie camera. But yeah, I'll go show you some more stuff over there. All right, so now we are on Main Street, UTA. This is where most of the old buildings are that haven't been refurbished in a while and possibly have asbestos. No, I'm just kidding. They tore down most of the buildings with asbestos. So over here, this big yellow monstrosity that has been painted over so that it looks newer even though it's not. That is, hi. That's Preston Hall. I didn't even know the name, I had to check. That's where I have my English classes. Yeah, and right here, this bridge thing, let me stop. This bridge, my gosh, look at that, my right hand. Is where I got caught once writing my English projects right before class started, but the teacher didn't know I was writing an English project because I told him that I was working on math. And I'm sure he believed me. I'm gonna keep messing with my hair because I can see it the whole time now. This big building, that's not a building. This big building is the University Center. University Center. The University Center is where all of the food is. So I also spent a lot of time here. There's also another Starbucks, so I spent a lot of time here. And it is also where student organizations is hosted. And I was in the French Society on campus, so I organized all their events and stuff. So I spent a lot of time down in the basement here where student orgs is, filling out paperwork and toting it around to different offices, even though it could easily have been done on one digital form. But instead I got to walk it to 2 different offices and have it approved by several different people. Because, you know, legislation makes sense. There's also a giant cafeteria in this part of the building, but I only ate there during my freshman year. It's kind of expensive. I think I paid $3,000 to eat there for my freshman year. My dorm only cost $4,000, which is still a lot of money. But the fact that the meal plan is almost as expensive as the rooming says something, I think. I don't know exactly what, but it says something, and I don't like it. I'll kind of keep walking and I'll show you guys where my first dorm was freshman year. Yeah. Okay, I stopped filming because there were people over there that were cheering and yelling for something, and I didn't know what it was for. And I'm spending quality time with you guys, so I didn't want to interrupt that. So I turned back, but it works out because there's this center. The title's not there, so I don't know what I'm panning to. It's called the Lockheed Martin Career Center. They built this big thing with all of this glass, right? It's huge. Probably cost a ton of money, who knows? But they put in these big glass doors on the inside. They kind of look like this, but they're even bigger, and it's all like one sheet panes of glass. They put them in on the inside, and like less than a week later, I guess the ground shifted and all of them shattered. There it is, Lockheed Martin. All the glass shattered and made a big mess, and then they pretended like it never happened. They just cleaned it all up and then never put new stuff in or anything like that. I thought that was hilarious. So I stopped filming just so that I could share that with you, or stopped my time lapse just so I could share that. All right, and now we're at my first dorm. I lived there, but on the other side of the building that faced the parking garage. It was a great view. I loved it. You could see cars anytime you wanted to. You could just open the window and there's cars. It's called Vandergrift. I moved in here because it had just recently been built, and it's above restaurants on, I'm not pointing at them. It's above restaurants on campus, which I thought was really cool. What I didn't think about was the fact that there's only one laundry room, and it's on that side of the building, and I lived over here, which meant that anytime I needed to do laundry, which is about once a week, I would have to walk all of my clothes across the sky bridge, all the way over onto this side of the building, and walk down the stairs one floor because it was a floor underneath where I lived. That wasn't cool, but it was a pretty cool place to live. Oh shoot, I'm heading in the way of the people again. I lost my train of thought. I met a lot of cool people when I lived there. We used to hang out all the time because we all lived in the same thing. And UTA is largely a commuter school, which means that a lot of people don't live here. So if you want to hang out with people at night, you either have to make plans to do it, or you just hang out with the people that already live on campus. So that's what I did a lot of the time. I would hang out. I'm looking at myself mostly. I should flip the camera, but I'm not going to. I spent a lot of time with those people. We would go out to like Walmart in the middle of the night and things like that, which was a lot of fun. The people at Walmart probably didn't like us, but nobody said anything, so that makes it okay, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep walking. Just a second. All right, so now we are outside of 2 major buildings that had a heavy impact on my college career, which is University Hall right here. I had several language classes here. I took history courses in here. I think I took a science course in here once. I don't really remember. My freshman interest group which is like a, hey, here's how it works to live on campus, but doesn't actually teach you how to live on campus. That's where I had this class too. And then on this side, which is blown out because, there we go. On this side is the library, which is just this giant box. I spent a lot of long nights in there because it is open 24 hours for students. As long as you show your ID once, I think midnight hits. It might be 11 p.m. I think it was midnight though. Yeah, you just show the security guards your ID and then they let you stay. Otherwise, you are asked to leave. So I spent a lot of long nights, stressful nights in there, just, trying to get it together and do my assignment the night before it was due, because that's when I did most of my assignments. And then over on this side that I'm walking to, and I'm transitioning with my voice so that it doesn't seem like it's as far away as it is, because I didn't plan it out. Over on this side is the Sears building. I think most people call it the Sears building. There's not actually an S at the end of the acronym though. So, but they should have put one, because who's gonna call it the Sear building, really? I only had one class in this ever. They built it, let's see, my sophomore year is when it opened, or my junior year, doesn't matter. Anyways, it opened after I started going here, and it just has all of these beautiful windows across the whole thing. So on that side, there's another whole wall of windows, and I would study by that wall of windows all the time, because when you get bored studying, you just look up and there's this big wall of windows letting all the light in, and there's all these trees and stuff out here, and it's just gorgeous. It's great. Yeah. So that is the Sears building, and now I'm gonna keep walking. I don't actually know if there's anything else to show you actually before I start walking a whole bunch. Yes, there is. The final thing on our tour is this nice, wonderful parking lot that goes on back there for two more lots about this size. I'd say probably, I don't know, probably a little smaller, but I'm dramatic, so about that size. And that is where UTA students would get to fight over parking spots every single day. They built parking garages a little later on after I started going here, so that you could, park on levels and take more advantage of the space. But they haven't built one over here yet, which means that you just get to fight over spots on the normal lot ground thing. So overall, I think going here was a lot of fun. I made a lot of cool friends. I got to do a lot of cool things. I switched my major once, so I started doing one thing and then completely switched to something else, and then I picked up a minor that had nothing to do with anything that I was doing. So yeah, college is a really cool place to find yourself and figure out what you want to do. And now I'm looking for jobs that aren't even really related to the major that I graduated with. So, which is probably why I can't get hired. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Next time I'll probably be making something a little more about me, or so you can get to know me. I don't even think I said my name yet. My name is Barrett. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll come up with a witty name for it before I post this video. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's just gonna be barrettaudix at youtube.com, or however YouTube addresses work. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.